Hello everybody, it's Guardian of Olympus here, aka known as Protein Miner from my other channel. And today, since this is going to be the first video to the new channel, I wanted to compare Path of Exile to Diablo 3. So as you can see up here, there's a little legend, and we're going to kind of like try to follow that. So first, let's talk about the companies. GGG is always pushing content out. They're adding 6 new acts in a couple months, and they're always updating the game, always. And there's just tons and tons of items in the game. Diablo 3, just had an update for a necromancer, yet they don't ever really update the game. They don't ever really help. Anyways, fun fact about GGG, a while back one of my buddies didn't have any money in his account. He didn't have any money at all, but he wanted a premium stash tab, and I had 10 points left in the shop right here. And I wrote GGG and I said, hey, can we give him my 10 points left so he can get upgrade to a premium stash tab? And they said, yeah, sure, that'll work fine. So we did that, and 4 days later they came through and we got that, right? And these are just MTXs, guys. Nothing of this is pay to win at all. This is all just for looks. The only thing that you pay to like trade with stuff is like you can trade with your premium tabs, right? So you can set them to public, and then you can trade on poe.trade. So like right here, you can trade all this stuff, and since it's set to public, you can trade with poe.trade. Links will be in the description below for the forums and poe.trade and all that stuff. So let's talk about something that Blizzard did for me before. Blizzard before has actually called me on the phone and helped me personally fix something with my computer back when I used to play D3, because something launched or something, some update, and it crashed everything between my computer and them, and no matter what I did, no matter how many times I reinstalled, it wouldn't work. So they helped with that, but that's about as far as they've ever been with helping and things of that nature. So let's go for the graphics. Diablo 3's graphics are better by far. But I like these graphics though too. I mean, there's really cool skills in the game. There's a lot of them. So I mean, I guess that compensates between the graphic loss, and plus the game is really fun. Path is amazing. Talk about temps, temp leagues, and temp seasons. So Path of Exile has something called temp leagues, and Diablo 3 has something called seasons. I think they're like in season 6 or 7 now. On Diablo 3, you basically climb the leaderboard, and how that works is you'll go into what you'll do is you'll get a key from a rift. You'll take that greater rift key and open up a greater rift, and you'll work your way up on the levels of all that stuff, right? So I think like the highest is like 150ish, 180 greater rift right now. And you have 15 minutes to beat the grift, and if you don't beat it within 15 minutes, you can't upgrade gems. But if you do beat it within 15 minutes, you can upgrade your gems. On this game, right now we're in Legacy League, and Legacy League dictates that all past leagues behind this one are able to be, you're able to get their powers again, like what they were and what they've had. So basically, you get these things called League Stones, and you put them in. Well, I can't do it right here because I'm not on Legacy League on this. This is just my standard character. And you basically put these Legacy League stones in, and then you open up another area, and it takes you there, and it allows you to have like shrines or nemesis mods or bloodline nemesis or whatever. I forgot what it's called. Just bloodlines. Just tons and tons of different stuff. Big stash space waster. But it's cool. It's really neat. I've been playing Legacy League. I'm like level 70 something right now. Anyways, let's see. So we talked about the temp links. Let's talk about the skill trees and the skills. So on Diablo 3, well, I'm gonna just mix skill tree and skills together in the levels. So let's just start it this way. On Diablo 3, you can get to level 70. After level 70, you get Paragon points. And Paragon points give you points towards your main attributes of your character. So you can put like 50 points in crit damage, crit chance. I think there's one for like AoE, there's one for strength, dexterity, life, all that stuff for each one. On this game, on Path of Exile, you can get to level 100, and after that, you min-max your gear. And that's usually what you do for that one. Let's talk about the skill tree. This is the skill tree. Don't be afraid, it's not that bad, trust me. A lot of people are nervous when they first see this, and there's nothing to be nervous of. Each one of these little circles here is a character. For instance, this is the Marauder. This is the Templar. The middle is the Scion. Things like that, right? So this big circle here is something called an ascendisary. And what this does is you go through something called the lab, Azaro's area, Azaro's layers, and it's a giant maze, and at the end you get to ascend the 3 different versions of each character. So this is like a berserker right here, and you have 4 different choices. So like for instance, this would be normal, cruel, merciless, and then this one would have been Uber Lab. Uber Lab is something you have to get on your own to do. You have to find the trials and complete it on your own through maps. Scion has it to where they're like all mushed together, so that's how that works. Now this skill tree just makes your character, you guys. So on Diablo 3, your skills were already given to you. They became unlocked as you got, you went through the game. They became unlocked, and that's about all. And then you had gems, and the gems would give you like resistances or cooldown reduction or things like that, or like life, strength, dexterity, depending on where you put the gems. Okay. So I think we just knocked out the whole middle section right here. Skills, levels, and skill trees. So in this game, there's something called mapping, okay? And that is usually compared to greater rifting. I'll show you this real quick. Yeah, lagging a bit. Alright, so in this game, there's stuff called mapping. There's 17 different tiers of maps, which we can see right here. These are the Guardians, these are 16s, and then the 17 is the Shaper himself. So after you beat the Guardians, you go to the Shaper. Anyways, that's how this works. So we can enchant the map, and it gives us these mods. We can change the map, okay? Then we can also scour the map, and now it's back to normal. Well, since we're here and we're still talking about this, we'll talk about currency right here. So stuff drops in the game, and basically this is the currency tab, okay? And we'll just start from left to right, and I'll work my way through the whole thing here. These are wisdom scrolls. These allow you to identify something that's unidentified. These are portal scrolls. These allow you to open portals up and go back to waypoints in like main areas of towns or back to your base. These are blacksmith whetstones. These allow you to upgrade item quality, like on a bow, for instance, okay? Or whatever item you want. These are armorer's scrap, and this allows you to upgrade armor to 20%, except for like belts and rings and amulets. This is a glass blower's bauble. This allows you to add quality to your flask, and what that does is it allows it to have more lifetime and it lasts longer. You have something right here called a GCP, a gem cutter's prism, and this allows you to put quality on your gems. You have cartographer chisels. These allow you to put quality on your maps. So on the left side, we have orbs of transmutation, upgrades a normal item to a magic item. That would be like this. Now it's blue. Okay. Then we can take an orb of alteration and we can reroll that property. Right. Then we have augments. Okay. I'll show you what an augment does. Oh, it's already scoured. So we can go like this, right? And if this only rolled one affix, or whatever it'd be called, one modifier, we could use an orb of augmentation. It would add another one down. Next right here would be an exalted orb. I wasted all mine a while back. We were trying to craft something. Right here would be a mirror calandra. A lot of people don't ever get to see one of those. This is orbs of alchemy. This takes items like this and turns them to rares. This can reroll the rares. This right here and exalt, so chaos and exalts are the main forms of currency. Then you have orbs of chance. You can find random items in the game, like on the ground, and you can chance them into being uniques. There's blessed orbs. This randomizes the numeric values of the implicit properties of an item. That would be like right up here where it says 33 strength. It would re-roll the strength. Right here's diviner orbs. This allows you to re-roll the items below the implicits. There's jeweler orbs. This allows you to make sockets. You've got orbs of fusing. This allows you to connect the sockets. You've got chromatic orbs. This allows you to change the colors of the sockets. I showed you what an orb of scouring does. An orb of regret, once you use it, it lets you remove a point in the skill tree, move it somewhere else. You have val orbs. Val orbs allow you to corrupt an item and modifying it unpredictably. So you have a couple options here. When you corrupt an item, let's say I wanted to corrupt this belt, okay? And I corrupted this belt. I could have a chance to get something with +1 to maximum endurance charges, or it will stay the same, or it will go backwards and turn to shit. Here's silver coins for one of the masters. Here's sextants. Those go on the map, and these modify the map. And that's about all for those. Where are we at now? Trading. So trading you can do through poe.trade.com or poe.trade, I'm sorry. And you can trade with people, and you could trade armor back and forth or buy armor, and you use it with these forms of these currencies, okay? So on Diablo 3, there is no more form of trading. The only form of trading is if you do a greater rift or a rift with someone and the item drops between you guys, then you have like 4 hours to trade it back and forth between you and that person, and that's all. Also, I want to state that there is a way to get new stash tabs on Diablo, and you have to play seasons, and you have to like do certain achievements, and you can get a stash tab for that. But it's not worth it for all the hassle, honestly. It'd be easier just to buy one. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about masters. So what I'm in is in a hideout. I think this is Vagan's hideout. I'm not sure. And the master, you can come up to him. You can do his daily mission. It gives you favor. Then you can either purchase decorations with the favor, or while he levels, they allow you to do something called master crafting. So when your masters get to certain levels, they upgrade these benches, right? And you can change things on your armor as long as you have enough space for the mods. For instance, I have plus 56 to maximum life. You can see right here, here's plus 55 through 64 for 4C. Well, obviously it rolled 1 plus from the minimum. That's a really shit roll. We ideally would want it like 60, 64 from that. Let's see, tips for new players. I'm gonna link you guys link to the forums where you can go there, and you can my biggest advice is this, okay? Find the character that you want to play and look up a budget build guide. And it has to say budget build. And then it'll show you like leveling through the skill tree. It'll say, here we go, leveling through the skill tree a lot of times. Now, you can do this on your own. I mean, you're more than welcome to, figure this out. Go ahead. But if you're new to this game itself, the chances of you figuring this out are, most people that try to do this on their own don't get nowhere with it. And I mean, you'll get somewhere, you'll get kind of somewhere, but you won't get too far. And that's why a lot of people suggest getting a form, and a build guide. I know that when I came to this game, I was like on it, man. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be able to build the best character, because I was a Diablo 3 player, and I was like, okay, I'll figure it out, no big deal. And then I learned real quick that I needed a build guide. I started when I played as a witch, as a Firestorm witch. So that's about it. All links will be in the description below. Please like and sub if you think this is a good video or not. I don't want no hate on this or anything. There's really no need to be hateful, because I didn't really like bash Path, and I really didn't bash like Diablo. I'm one of the first videos I know of that like shows you equal amount of what's between the two. So that's about it, and I will talk to y'all guys later. Peace.